Good day, everyone. Coach Chadwin here. It is Technical Tuesday. We're going to jump in some charts, so please let everybody know that I'm live at the moment. It's going to be a good one. We're going to look at a couple of charts. So what this is usually once a week, we have Coach Clayton. He looks over the charts on a Sunday, and he kind of projects for our students what the week will look like. And so for the last couple of weeks, we've been streaming this to the Connect, Trade, and Grow group as well. So whether you're watching in the student group or whether you're watching in the Connect, Trade, and Grow group, this is going to be some value for you. Please let me know your name in the chat. If you haven't yet given Facebook the permission to allow StreamYard to show your name on stream, then please give me your name in the chat. I want to know who's live with me. So that I can shout you out. So what we're going to do is we're going to look over a couple of charts. Let me look at what's on the list today. Coach Clayton sent it to me a little earlier. So we're looking at the Qs. We're looking at Euro USD, and we're looking at the dollar index. So that's been the most requested. Trish and Will, welcome back. Welcome, Mr. Will. Welcome back. We're going to be looking at those three today. And if we have some time, we'll look at something else as well. Let me know in the chat if there is something specific you'd like me to look at. And if I have time, I will look at that as well. It's going to be an interesting week this week. It is NFP. It also is FOMC tomorrow. So I'm going to bring up a little chart for you guys to look at. We'll talk about a couple of things. Let everybody know that I am live. I'm not sure why we're getting this bit of a flash happening here. Don't know if that's my camera doing that. Sparking lights, and what's up with that? But if you guys can hear me fine, please let me know in the chat as well. So let's jump right in. Let me share my screen over here, and let's kind of look at what's coming up for the week. So again, we always use this site called Forex Factory, and this is always valuable to see what's coming up for the entire week, right? And so thank you. And so what we're seeing is today's the 31st of October, and this is in my time, by the way. I don't know why it's saying out of service on top. Okay, just out of service of showing some of the titles on top, but the rest of things are okay. So we've had some news today, and that's why we saw some volatility. But tomorrow, we've got an all-day French bank holiday and an all-day Italian bank holiday. So that's going to make some choppiness on the chart. And if you go right down to the bottom of the chart tomorrow over here, it will show some of that, right? So let's go back up. What else do we have? We have, on the 1st of November, we have ADP non-farm employment change, right? We've got USD ISM manufacturing numbers, the JOLTS job openings, and the big one on the 1st is going to be FOMC, right? The statement and the press conference. That's going to be the big one. That's going to be the one you watch out for. So we might find that the market chops around prior to that. But nevertheless, when that happens, that's going to be later in the day. It's going to move the market. So please, please, please use risk management, right? Proper risk management. Shout out to all 12 people that are on the stream with me. Please drop your name in the chat so I know who's with me. Right? Please say hey. Please say hello. Okay, then on the 2nd of November, we have got CHF CPI. That's not going to be that big. Unless, of course, you're trading the CHF. Welcome, Papa J. We're going to also be looking at the Bank of England monetary policy report. That's going to give some movement to the GBP. Generally, the entire market as well. When you're looking at the GBP, welcome Brian Jr. in the house. Mr. David, welcome as well. Welcome, Edward. When you're looking at the GBP, the pound, the euro, and the USD-based currencies, they are generally going to move the entire market, right? Those are the big movers. Welcome, Monica. So unemployment change tomorrow as well. That's going to be a big mover. And then, of course, on the 3rd of November, we've got the big one. The big one of all big ones, which is NFP. If you're a currency trader, stock trader, and any market trader, this is going to move the market, right? Now, I have to give you the statistics on it because it wouldn't be fair if I just said to you, it's going to be exciting, bonjour, and you get involved into it and it messes up your account. It wouldn't be fair. So I'm telling you the truth. It's going to be a big move. It's going to move the charts, but you're going to want to do one thing. You're going to want to protect your account, right? How are you going to do that? You're going to take lower risk with much, much bigger stop losses. NFP and FOMC, which doesn't always happen in the same week, but what they are known for is chopping both ways, right? The market will chop both ways. So that's it for the week. That's going to be the big movers. Just a slight tip for you. If you want to trade NFP, right? If your mind is set on it, and I know some of you are set on that. If your mind is set on it, try and trade 30 minutes after. 30 minutes after the news has come out. The reason you want to do that is you want to allow, this is my own tip for you guys, you want to allow the market to choose its direction, and then you want to get in, right? So try and do 30 minutes after the news on NFP. On FOMC, the market's usually going to be choppy until that time. You can do 30 minutes afterwards as well, but look for shorter moves because it's so late in the day. Welcome to all 18 people on the stream. Hopefully we can get it up to 20. Hopefully you guys will stick around with me and get it up to 20. Okay, so write this down for your notes. News is important, and you want to know when those news items are coming out. We generally tend to look for the red folders on Forex Factory, and sometimes the orange folders. Now, I'm going to tell you, not all red folders are made the same. FOMC, NFP, and CPI are in a league of its own. Those are going to be the ones that are going to drastically move the markets, and you're going to want to be very cautious. Sometimes interest rates as well. But the rest of them, they're going to be okay. You want to actually use them to get involved, right, in the actual trade. Okay. So that's that. We've got 16 people on. Only a few people made themselves known, so I can't shout the rest of you out. But we're going to look at the charts today. We're going to look at the Qs. We're going to look at the Euro. We're going to look at the DXY. First, and then if you guys have a chart you want me to look at, please drop it in the chat. And if I do have time, I'll go over it. I don't want to keep you guys so long. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how we fared last week, right? From Technical Tuesday last week, I put out a projection for the chart. We had areas that we wanted price to take out and chop between and go somewhere. Last week we did the DXY, so we can look at that again. We did NAS, so we look at that briefly, and we did Apple. So we look at all three of those. Somebody asked, will this be recorded for later viewing? This is being recorded right now. Where you're watching it, it's streaming right now into the group. So all you need to do is come back here again and you will see it, right? We'll be in the group. So you might have to go down a bit depending on what's been posted in the group, but it will be there, right? Okay. So let me quickly go and see what we've done so far before we actually go over the new ones that we're looking at the moment. Okay, let me share the screen. Awesome. Okay, so last week we were looking at NAS, right? And at the time, the NASDAQ was over here. Wow, this is perfect. At the time, the NASDAQ was over here at the bottom. My expectation was, welcome Joel. My expectation was we're going to rise up till there. We're going to break down with an M. And we're going to drop into this blue zone over here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's free money. It did exactly that. Give me an 8 in the chat if you can see that. It did exactly that. Now let me show you the M in here, because of course I'm showing you just one time frame. If this was a daily break, we should see an M over here on a 1 hour. Let's have a look. And let's check this out. Want you to see something? Look at what I drew. Thank you. All those 8s coming in. I want you to see something. What did I draw? Last week, you can go and check last week's Technical Tuesday stream. You'll see. I said that we are going to get price running into this red zone, and we're going to get a high and a higher high. Now watch this. Remember, what's important to remember over here, we were here when I called this out, right? We were over here. So price went up, dropped down, tapped that red zone, and broke down. Now check this out. Doesn't this look similar? If it looks similar to you, just say, yes, coach, I see it. Yes, coach, I see it. Right? That's an M. So we had that projection. We ran down through that low, into this gap over here. Don't take my word for it. Go and have a look at Technical Tuesday last week and see whether or not this projection was correct. We ran into this over here. Thank you. I love it when you guys chat with me and talk with me. You keep me going, right? So we dump down into that area, and now we're going to look at what happens from that point onwards. But today we're going to look at the cues in that area. So let's look at what else did we have. We had Apple, right? We had Apple as well. So let's see what Apple, the same chart of last week. Boom, same thing, right? Last week we were over here. So I was doing it from the point that we were at. My expectation was we're going to rise up into this red area, right? And then we're going to break down. And then the next phase was kind of like hit here and break down further. Now, I'll explain this little area a little later because it's not one line. It's more so this entire area over here, right? That's why I highlighted that area as well. It's this entire area over here. So it can still drop from any point. But nevertheless, let's have a look at this. Oh, and if you're noticing that my candles doesn't have gaps, I've got a little indicator called no gap candles. No gap candles. You go over here and you type in, watch this, no gap candles. And what that does for you is it allows you to see your supply and demand zones a little easier. Right? Allows you to see your supply and demand zones a little easier. It removes the gaps. Of course, you can turn it on and off when you want to actually do gap plays and trade back into it. Now let's have a look at this. We're going to go into that red. We tap it there. Once again, the daily, we should see something like this on a 1 hour. Let's see. I anticipated the pattern. Might get it slightly off. 1, 2, 3, and drop. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. If you see it, give me a 9 in the chat. Give me a 9 in the chat. Right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Right? Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Darius. So we then tapped right in, soft tap over there, and we made our way down over here. Go and have a look at last week, Technical Tuesday. If that one doesn't make sense to you, or you're thinking, Coach, maybe you drew this on after the fact, I can assure you I didn't. You want to go and have a look at that, right? Awesome. Thank you for all the 9s coming into the chat as well. And stick around to the end. I want to have a little chat with you guys while you are on. Let's look at, was it this one? Yeah. Euro USD, we also looked at last week. A quick overview. What time frame was we on? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a lot of movement in this chart. Let me clear up some of the stuff that I threw on since then. But this is where we were. Technical Tuesday last week. I said we will rise above this little high over here, and we will break down from that area. This was a 1 hour. Here's my drawing that I had on from last week. Right? This was a 1 hour high. So I'm going to replay the chart back there just so we can get, it doesn't jump forward. It's a little tip there. And if this is a 1 hour, we should see this formation, an M formation on the 5 minute. Let's have a look. Okay, let's bring this back. And let's see if we can spot that. Boom. Do you see it? Let me know in the chat. Say, I see it. There you go. We've got a high and a higher high with a break. We've got a high and a higher high with a break. That's the M. You guys finding some value in this? What's going to be important is that you actually go back and check whether or not I did say that before the time. Right? This is not so that I can boast, but if you're in Connect Trade and Grow and you're wondering, can these people actually trade? This should be enough proof for you. Right? You can go see the before and after. My expectation at that point was just to go down. Right? I didn't actually do a target on this one. But of course, price went much, much further down from that area up till where price is currently now. right? And we're going to clear this chart. I'm going to look at it from scratch again. Oh, also, I called Tuesday to be the high of the week. And Tuesday was the high of the week last week. Right there. Tuesday, high of the week. Right? And I wanted the rest of the week to go down. And guess what happened? The entire week went down. Also in that stream, I said, Friday will pull back. Right? And Friday was the only day that pulled back. Every other day was down. So it's important we can project things like that. So if you're in Connect Trade and Grow and you're wondering whether or not this is the home for you, this absolutely is. Right? We're here to connect, we're here to trade, and we're here to grow. Mindset multiplication and management is the cornerstone of what we teach. Okay. So that's it for all the charts we looked at last week. You know what? Let me do this. I'm going to clear this now. And we're going to look at this one since this is one of the ones that are on the list. Oh, no, wait. There was one more. There was one more, which we'll also cover today. This was the dollar index. And the expectation on the dollar index was that we were going to put on the low of the week on Tuesday. LOTW, low of the week on Tuesday. Let's see if we got that. Again, go and check last week's drawings. That is a Tuesday, low of the week. Okay. Then our expectation was to go up, pull back down, and go up again with the objective of taking out all these trend lines. Let me tell you this. If you are trading trend lines only, I trade towards your trend lines. My goal is to take your trend lines out, right? If it's too obvious, I'm trading that direction. Okay. Welcome, everyone. So, have a look at this. We came up, we came down. Obviously, there was a lot of chop in that week, and we up here again today. I can already see this is going to be a difficult session in which to actually predict which way the market's going to go because we're in a consolidation. But nevertheless, I'm going to give it a shot in any case. So let's start off with the Qs. Somebody requested the Qs, so let's start off with the Qs. Once again, if my Qs look different to yours, it's because I have no gap candles on, right? No gap candles. Okay, I like to start off with a monthly. And if you're finding value in the stream, please type in the chat value. There's 18 people on here. I'd like to see 18 people say something. Right? Awesome. Okay. So let's look at this. What is this that I got drawn on here? Oh, that's from class. Okay, what do we have? It's a monthly chart. At the moment, the last break was over here. Last break of structure. So I'm just reading the chart. Right? That's telling me that the market is bullish. I like to say what time frame I saw it on. So month, break of structure. Thank you, everybody. Right? So that tells me how big of a move we are getting. I would even go as far as drawing on my premium and discount on my monthly just to see where we're at. Don't have to always have it right there on the chart. Can move it across that way. Okay, so I know where we're at. Then I'm going to start drawing on my monthly zones. The reason I'm going to do that is even if it's not in discount, right? That's the first one, my gap, right? It's going to be my gap over there. 3 candle formation. I give a gap between that. Even if it's not a premium or discount zone, it's going to be valuable because it's a higher time frame zone. It's a monthly, right? The next thing I'm going to look at, since we tapped that monthly, is the daily. And since we hit it with the daily but haven't broken up yet, I'm going to assume, as of this point, that we can still go further down into that overall monthly. Okay? So let me do a couple of magic tricks here at the moment, and let me just assess where we are at. Right? So we came down, we broke. Okay. Came down, we came all the way down again, and we broke again. We went, so that's 1, 2, came back down, and we broke again. Okay. So let me check my weekly out. Okay, I'm going to do my premium discount on my weekly. Quickly check my 4-hour out, and then I'm going to tell you where I think this is going. Into the monthly. This is my weekly breaker structure to the downside over here. Right? And if you're a student of ours, what you will apply at this point is your internal to external class, right? Your internal to external class. So we're going to call this a weekly break. We are far from premium at the moment. We have a zone and gap over here. I'm not gonna make it too complicated by drawing each zone on at the moment and too cluttered. Let me move this weekly premium discount off, and let's kind of see where we are at. Check the 4-hour, because we're going internal on the 4-hour. And we're going to see where we might get to on this. Okay. Let me have a look. We've got our first break over there. We got our tap back in. We got our second break over here. Let me look closely. Okay, so at the moment, probably something like this. Now, I'm not sure if we need to go through here because that's beyond the 50% line of the premium, right? But at least I'm expecting some upward movement in this little area. So I'm looking for buys at the moment. Let me check the monthly again because we have a new month opening up. Yeah. On a weekly basis, perhaps we open up tomorrow. We drive up a little bit. Not sure how far we go. If I should make a really long-term guess now at the moment, I'd say perhaps we have another down close month deeper into this area over here. We'll come back to it. We'll see how it goes. But for now, structure-wise, the only clear thing that I believe is playing out at the moment is the 4-hour trading back in, right? Trading back into that. Now, this is not very nice over here, so pay attention for zones that might be doing this. Just a little bit lower and then back up again. And the reason you got to do that is because we are in a choppy market conditions, right? So you're going to get some, and these are not clear zones, so you might dip and then go. How do you navigate that, coach? Well, you look inside of your sessions and you make sure that price is doing what it needs to do inside of session, right? Inside of session. Awesome. Okay. Next one, that is the Qs. Let's have a look at the Euro USD. I know this is going to be a hard one, at least for now. Let me take you even larger. What I think is going to happen on the overall monthly, right? So this is going to be a big one. You're going to want to take your notes out for this one. Let me know in the chat if you have your notes out. Just say, I got my notepad, coach, or notes out. It's going to be a big one. I'm going to tell you something really interesting over here. But I need you to let me know in the chat if you're ready for this one. So tomorrow starts a new month, right? Notes out, says Darius. Tomorrow starts a new month. And one of the things I'm a big advocate of is that you want to learn to trade one-sided. So if you're listening to me in the Connect, Trade, and Grow today, this is what we do. We teach our students, right? We teach you how to fish. So I'm going to teach you something. Thank you, Trish and Will. I'm going to give you an idea of what might happen long-term. If you can stay one-sided, you can make the money, right? Okay, see this gap over here? It's not formed yet, but as of tomorrow morning, it's going to be formed. 3 candles, a new candle is going to start, right? Now, we also have a gap over here on the monthly chart. Okay. It will be my anticipation because of this last break over here. Now, this is purely from a monthly perspective, right? And remember, if you're one of our students, I've been calling EU down for literally months. I've been trading one-sided for months. Okay? My expectation is We're going to open up here somewhere tomorrow. And over the next maybe days or weeks, we're going to rise up into this gap and then clear out the month by being in here. Right? I'm giving you a projection for where the chart might go for the entire month. Right? That's big money. What if you came every day and you just try to get a short? Now, the shorts will only be in play from this area. Our students will know if you use your time frame set correctly. If this is a monthly, you know what time to look at over here to get down there. Right? So that's going to be my monthly projection. I should actually screenshot this. Let me do this. I'm going to screenshot this so that we can have a look at this at the end of the month. Hopefully I still remember where it's at, right? Okay, short term though, let's have a look. Wow, this was terrible. If you guys agree in the chat that this was terrible, let me know. It's chopping sideways all the time. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Let's have a look. We come below the weekly, we come below the monthly, we chop sideways. Can't see anything clear on the weekly. It's not clear at all. Interesting consolidation, right? We got a breakdown there. We have a break up there, and price is trading in that range. Now, students, if you're on here with me, does this look familiar to what I taught you on Monday? Break down, break up. We start to trade within the range, right? Let me know. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. In a scenario like this, I'm not sure how long we're gonna chop here. Right? I'm not sure. We have that monthly gap over here, as I said. So we could very much run up here, do that, then come down to that other zone over here. Right? It's going to be a tricky one. You might want to, if you're not eager to have to trade, thank you, Edward. You might want to sit out NFP day. Because what NFP will do for you is give you overall direction in this market. If I had to go gun to my head, short-term trade, I'm going to go with my internal to external move. Although I know to be very cautious on FOMC day, right? That's going to be kind of my overview of what I think is going to happen. Right? Short-term wise. And I'm going to be very cautious on FOMC day and NFP day because those are manual intervention days. Those are the only days which structure can be on the chart, but it can change completely. You want to take note of that, right? So, yeah, I'm looking for price to actually clear out this low, right? And then possibly clear out both those highs, because then we're going to go to the monthly zone and then trade down to that one over there. Be real interesting if this is the formation we get. Let me screenshot that. Boom. Let's see what the lower time frames are doing as well. Okay, so the 4 hour has turned down. But the 4 hour hasn't turned down from a weekly, so we don't know yet. Let's check the 1 hour. The 1 hour is turned down. Right? Left an SBR behind. Has some trend line liquidity over here, which I like to take out. So, even though we have that drawing over here, still might be in play. Watch this. There is a possibility we do this. Up in here. Drop down below all these lows. Then fulfill that and then drop down again. Right? So that's the overall move. That's the short-term move. Up in there, drop down. Why? SBR over there. Right? Trade up into that. All the way. We can go all the way into that area. Break down below these lows. Right? Possibly retrace all the way back up above those equal highs. And then come down all the way down. Right? Trust me, you're going to want to come back to this over time because you're going to say, you know what, Coach, that was some valuable information. Okay, so we got Euro USD done. Oh, last one left is the dollar, right? What a mess as well. Let's check that monthly out. I'm going to have to clear this chart because it's getting too much. Okay, so the dollar is the inverse of Euro USD, or rather the Euro USD is the inverse of the dollar. So we're going to be looking at that same things over here. Right, there's that monthly. So price goes in and it goes deeper over there. Only thing is, on the euro, we've already gone into the gap. Right? I mean, sorry, on the dollar, we've already gone into the gap. So my expectation will be we kind of like reach this point. Let me see from high to low. We're at the 50% now. I think we could possibly reach up to that area. Students, you'll know why I'm tagging that area. Let's have a look at this. If you're not a student yet and you want to get involved, put your name in the chat. Just say, sign me up. Let me know what it's about, and we'll get you in contact. We'll sign you up for the boot camp, which is an awesome experience, and you can get connected with us as well. So have a look at this. That's a bit far, so we'll have to watch what the market does on an intraday basis. This is going to be a sensitive area over here. Let's look. Okay, let's look at what the daily is doing. The daily broke down. Remember what we did yesterday in class? Complex pullbacks, right? The daily broke down, went down again, then broke up above this high, went back in. So this is the last leg in price at the moment. That will make me think that in the short term, we possibly are going to reach for this. But I'd be cautious on NFP day and on FOMC day, because that's manual intervention. You will learn over time that the market can be adjusted manually on those days. It stems back to when they used to trade without digital markets, right? There would be a manual intervention day and price would be manually adjusted. So Joel asked, do gaps typically get filled? Joel, the answer to that is almost always they get filled, right? Understanding structure and market direction is the answer to when they'll get filled, right? So all gaps on the chart usually get filled. Might take a day, might be immediately what we call an instant rebalance of a gap, or might take years. It depends on structure. So structure suggests at the moment we might get another push that way, right? Perhaps still there, in here, and then over a little there as the overall market, which is what I have up over here. That's my structure. I'm going to tell you guys, of all the weeks of predicting this, and I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, usually when it gets to around a new month opening, that's the hardest to predict. Because the new month, thank you, Joe, the new month might want to push in a new direction. So it gets easier as the days go by. In fact, after the first week it's done, it gets a little easier, because what you then have is you have price breaking structure to the one side. And so you can follow along over the course of that month with the overall direction. The higher time frame is going to be your friend all times. Similarly with the down move, you can go, if it had to go down, you can follow along after there's been some information printed. Write this down. Not every day is a trade day. Not every day is a trade day. Okay, I'm going to be back in about 1 minute. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit and we're going to call it a day. Won't be long. Please stick around. Please stick around. See you guys soon, right? Give me a minute or two. See you soon. And then we'll chat for a bit and then I'll jump off. Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That was a short one. I just remembered someone asked for GIS. So let's quickly look at GIS for a moment. Now, this chart's been trending down for a while, right? It's been trending down for a while. Let's check this out. Let me know in the chat if you asked for GIS, if somebody asked for GIS. All right, please let me know. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, months down, right? That was like a long move down. So what I typically like to do is after every low has been taken, I'm looking to see whether or not we're going to get pullbacks if it's a higher time frame, right? Higher time frame. Now, what I am seeing here on the 6-month chart, let me darken this quick. Nobody asked for GIS. Has GIS person jumped off? Okay, awesome. Playing that bounce. Yes. Now let's check. Let me know what your name is, please. If you're a student or if you are just part of Connect, Trade, and Grow, let me know. Okay, so I'm seeing a zone over here. We've had a structure move to the upside over the 6-month chart, right? Now you might be asking, why are you going to the 6-month chart? I'm trying to find the relevance, Papa J, thank you, on the higher time frame charts, right? So we'll go down to the monthly. We'll see that we've taken out a monthly low as well. And then I'm going to look at the daily to see what structure we got there. So, Papa J, this is what I'm going to say. Looking at this now, here's what I think is going to happen. Papa J, I'm going to leave it up to you to screenshot this chart. I don't usually trade GIS, so it's going to be hard for me to remember this. Once I'm done, screenshot this chart, and we'll come back to it, right, at a later stage, and we'll see what has happened. So we go up, we break down, we go in, coming in again. Just see something quickly. We're inside of this gap over here. Everything's going to be based on time and price, right? So let me see something. Wow. Okay, let me do a monthly projection for you on this chart. Where do I think the month is going to go? Right? Is it possible to predict the whole month? Absolutely. Right? That's what probabilities come in play. We're going to break the structure over here. Take that off. We had the daily turn, just as I teach you guys in class. Okay, here's my prediction for this one. I go up, go down, go up, go down. We can either come in here, Papa J, or a little bit lower, below that low. Yeah, I think we're going to have an up month. We're going to have an up month. Price is going to close up higher and higher, filling in these gaps over here. Right? Maybe even all the way up till a year. Maybe not in 1 month, maybe across 2 months, but definitely, I think when the month opens tomorrow, we're probably going to go higher pricing, right? Overall. Can it trip us up a little bit and do something like go there and then do that? Yes, but likely we're going to see some upward price action over longer term, and likely it's going to step through what it's doing over here right now, right? It's going to do this. Draw it a bit better. Let me delete that one. So we've got one break, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. This one over here is usually going to be a fib retracement, 61.8, and possibly all the way up till here. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. That's the way I'm playing it. Absolutely. Well done, Papa J. Well done. Let me see the weekly suggest that as well. Same thing, weekly suggests that as well. I believe that that's going to be the direction for that chart for a while. Okay. Awesome. Did you guys enjoy the stream? It was quite a long one today, but you guys all stuck on. So that was awesome. Let me chat to you guys a bit and we'll call it a day. Awesome. So that's the Technical Tuesday part of the stream that deals with actual charts and gives you an overview of what we do. If you're listening to us on Connect, Trade, and Grow, and you are not yet part of the Academy and you want to join the amazing people you see in the chat, then please let us know in the chat. Please drop your name in the chat as well. Thank you, Will. It's good to have you back from your holiday. I believe you came all the way to Africa and didn't come by South Africa, so shame on you for that one. We'll get you in class. Coach Clayton told me so. You in the hot seat, right? But before I go, let me say something real quick. Oh, now we got 20 people on. What happened to you guys early on? All the valuable stuff has been given and now you're jumping on. So please go back to the beginning of the stream once I end the stream so that you can find the value as well. CT's on next trip. Awesome. Well, you better come and visit. Let me know. Right? Show you some places. So let me say this. I was thinking about this early on, and we're going to close the stream off with this today. When I was younger, really young, now for those of you who know me for a bit, you'll know that my father wasn't present in my life. Of course, I'm a lot older now. But when I was really young, I yearned for a father figure in my life, and that wasn't to be. And my mom, unbeknownst to me at that point, was praying that God would send a male figure into my life that would take me through the next portion of my journey. And he did. He sent a good friend of mine, even a mentor of mine, at that particular time, that is a friend of mine till this very day. And it's probably the most important person that I met at that age and helped me grow along this entire journey. You guys might be thinking, what's this got to do with trading? And sorry for the light flashing like that. I don't know what that actually is. It's not flashing over here. It might just be the camera getting hot or something. So apologies for that. So yes, met this person and major impact on my life. And then fast forward a couple of years later, I'm on school and I meet another school teacher of mine and becomes a very influential person in my life as well, and pushes me forward to higher heights. Fast forward many years from then, of course, I'm a lot older now. I reconnect with a friend of mine called Coach Cindy, right? And we connect on Facebook again, and we start what is now called Kingdom Day Traders. Now, rather, they started it, Coach Cindy and her husband. At that time, we were under a different name because we were going in a different direction. And then eventually we founded what is called Kingdom Day Traders, where I met Coach Brian prior to that as well. So why I tell you all that stories? And what does that really got anything to do with trading? It's really the power of alignment. I thought about this today. Every single one of those people, whether it was my good friend Mark, my school teacher, Mr. Williams, or Coach Brian and Coach Cindy, and even Coach Clayton and the rest of the team, all of those people were the right people at the right time. It was alignment. Kind of like a trend, right? You in an uptrend on a higher time frame, and you join an uptrend on a lower time frame, and usually what that means is there's momentum in one direction. And that's who I met Coach Brian and Coach Cindy, and we all aligned. Our vision, our purpose, our mission aligned, and we are still aligning today for a greater purpose. Then we met you. Some of you are on here with your students, and you came under that alignment as well. And I believe we're all in an uptrend to our future, an uptrend to our purpose. And I'm saying this all to say, perhaps you're on the streams and you're wondering, who are these people? Perhaps you've just joined the academy recently and you're thinking, who are these people? We are all a collective of the same kind of mindset. And so I'm happy to have you here. What do I mean we're a collective of the same kind of mindset? The reason we could all, why I've seen the similarities over my life over a period of time, is because everyone that aligned with me at some point was doing it selflessly, was doing it for the betterment of the person that they are working with. I kid you not. In South Africa, we have a lot of institutions that teach how to trade. In America, you have a lot of institutions that teach how to trade. Abroad, you have a lot of institutions that teach how to trade, but you'll only find one, Kingdom Day Traders. Yes, I'm promoting us today. Not only so that you'll get in touch with us, but more so that you understand that what you need to do in life is to assess who should you align with, who should you join in mission with, who's got a greater dream than you, a greater purpose than you that can pull you into it. And once you find those people, once you align with those people, you grab hold of it with both hands and you become part of that mission and that vision. When you do that, you see exponential results, right? So I just wanted to have that short chat with you guys today and say, you are in the right place at the right time, within the right moment, to make the right decision, to experience the correct direction, purpose, and purposes that will come from this point onwards. Somebody says amen and amen. Thank you. We are in agreement. So it's time also to cut off all those things that do not contribute to the well-being of you. Because Brian will teach us this sometimes. He says, hey, it's time to be a little selfish. You know why? Because when you are selfish, it doesn't mean you cut everybody out. It means you separate yourself for a season so that you can be a greater benefit to everybody around you. Right? We had this discussion today in a team meeting, Joel. They say in a plane, if the plane's about to go down, because Brian told us this, you're going to put on your oxygen mask first. I know you love your kids. I know you love your neighbor. I know you love everybody around you, but put on your oxygen mask first. And the reason you do this is you would be no good to anybody around you if you suffocate. Put on yours first and you can help more. So if you're aligned with that kind of vision today, give me a 9 in the chat. We're going to call the stream to an end. But I want to know that you're going to look after yourself for a moment. You're going to align with people like us. You're going to come alongside us. And we're going to come alongside you. And together we're going to grow. I believe that this is the most amazing trading institution out there. And if you believe the same, please let me know in the chat. Some of our coaches are going to see this. Some of our students are going to see this. And we want to know that we are doing the best we can to serve you. Thank you, Darius. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, all those 9s that are coming in. We are here for you. And if you are here for us, we'll be here for those who are still coming. Be blessed on purpose. Thank you. So grateful to be a part of this group. Thank you so much. Thank you, Papa Jay. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. You guys be blessed on purpose. It's been Technical Tuesday. Coach Chadwin. I will see you, students, tomorrow. Please go over that review class. It's going to be a good session. You guys be blessed. Looking forward to an awesome session with you all. Goodbye. Remember, no, you cannot go on another holiday. We ban you from that. Right? Remember our 3 M's: mindset, multiplication, and management. And whatever you do, make sure that you're making your trading simpler, better, and faster. Love you all.